In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to export an STL file in Fusion 360 using the most efficient methods available in 2026. Whether you are a beginner just starting with 3D modeling or an experienced designer looking to prep your files for 3D printing, knowing how to properly output your data is absolutely essential. Exporting an STL might seem straightforward, but there are several settings regarding refinement, format, and structure that can make or break your final print quality. This comprehensive guide will walk you through every single click to ensure your models are exported perfectly every time, without any data loss or mesh errors. If you find this tutorial helpful and want to see more high-quality CAD walkthroughs, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest content. Alright, let's jump right into the software and get started. First, we need to have our design ready in the workspace. Once your 3D model is complete and you are satisfied with the geometry, your first step is to locate the specific component or body you wish to turn into a mesh file. To do this, look at the browser tree on the left-hand side of the Fusion 360 interface. Navigate through the folders until you find the Bodies folder. Expand it, and then select the body you want to export. It is important to note that you can export individual bodies or entire components depending on your needs. Once you have identified the correct item, right-click directly on the body name in the browser. This will open up a context menu with several options. Look for the option that says Save as Mesh. In older versions of the software, this might have been labeled differently, but in the current 2026 interface, Save as Mesh is the standard pathway for creating STL files. Clicking this will open the Save as Mesh dialog box on the right side of your screen. This menu is where all the magic happens, and where you define the quality of your output. Under the Format drop-down menu, you will see a few options like OBJ and 3MF, but for this tutorial, we are focusing on STL. Select STL from the list. Just below that, you will see an option for unit type. Usually, it is best to keep this set to the same units you used during your design process, such as millimeters, to ensure the scale remains accurate when you import it into your slicer software. Now, let's talk about the structure type. You have two main choices here, binary or ASCII. For almost every modern 3D printing application, you should choose binary. Binary files are much smaller in size and are more widely supported by modern slicers like Cura, Prusa Slicer, or Bamboo Studio. ASCII is a plain text format that is rarely used unless you specifically need to read the mesh data in a text editor for some reason. Next, we move on to the mesh refinement settings. This is perhaps the most critical part of the process. Refinement determines how many triangles will make up the surface of your model. You can choose from low, medium, high, or custom. If your model is a simple cube or contains only flat surfaces, low or medium will work perfectly fine and keep the file size small. However, if your model has complex curves, fillets, or organic shapes, you should definitely select high. Selecting high ensures that your curves look smooth and circular, rather than appearing blocky or faceted. If you are a power user, you can select custom to manually adjust surface deviation and normal deviation. But for 99% of users, the high preset provides excellent results without overcomplicating things. You can also view a preview of the mesh by checking the Preview Mesh box at the bottom of the dialog. This shows you exactly how the triangles are distributed across your geometry. Once you have verified that all your settings, format, structure, and refinement are exactly where you want them, go ahead and click the OK button at the bottom of the menu. This will open up your system's standard File Explorer or Finder window. Choose a name for your file, select the folder on your computer where you want to save it, and hit Save. Your file is now exported and ready for the next stage of your workflow. It really is that simple once you understand what each setting does. Before we wrap up, remember that the quality of your STL is the foundation of your 3D print, so always double-check those refinement settings before hitting Save. If you followed along and successfully exported your file, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more in-depth Fusion 360 tips and tricks. We cover everything from basic sketching to advanced manufacturing workflows to help you become a CAD pro. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.